So I have to ask you because I think this is a massive benefit that, if you agree, I want you to underscore a little bit is when you started to assess the skill set of the team and you did it, but you asked them to do it as well. How did they feel about that process, right? Like you bringing them in and feeling like they have some ownership, they have some say in this whole process that allows them to be more proactive because we all want to be more proactive. We all have a list of things that if we had time to do, we'd want to do them. This feels to me like something that just empowers the employee. Is that like a good assessment of what happened? And you tell me.
Yeah, absolutely, Steve. So, one of the first things that I did when I first started in this new department, since I had come from the sales team, was just do a needs analysis and really like a discovery with the support team, right? I'm just understanding what are their pain points, what are they spending a lot of time on. And the one thing that was consistently coming up from everybody that I talked to was training. They just felt like they weren't getting enough information and then support from the rest of the business. And so that's why that matrix is so important to map that out to understand what do they actually need training on, right? Because if I would have just asked everybody, what do you want training on? Probably would have gotten 101 different requests and could have spent a lot of time going down different rabbit holes. And it would have been harder to measure if that would have actually been effective and what the team really needed.
So how does that impact their morale, their retention? Like, did you see a lift? Because we all know overall in business, the more engaged employees are, the more engaged customers are, the more revenue that we make, we grow as a business. Like in terms of like engagement of your team, what kind of an impact did this make?
Absolutely. So there was kind of two sides of the same coin. So we had some people actually use this as a promotion path. And that was really helpful because then we were able to identify quickly what they were doing well. It gave other people who weren't really sure of they wanted to stay in support or not, if they were even in the right role. And for some people, we identified just based off of their kind of self-assessment they're not really in the right role. And that's so important to identify early. So that way we can either place them in another area of the business or help them identify another opportunity outside of our organization. And then for people who are kind of in the middle, right, who were not promoted, but they were like, no, I'm still interested in this, gave them a really clear growth path and what they needed to do to keep developing. And without that, we didn't really know how to keep pushing themselves other than, maybe I'll take this certification and that might help me, but they couldn't have that kind of direct correlation back to their day to day.